the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
Today is the feast of Saint Johann Neumann. You may well ask who Johann Neumann is. Well, we call him John Newman, but I say it right, Johann Neumann. He was an amazing man. Let's see here. He was born in 1811 in what is now the Czech Republic. His mother was Bohemian. His father was German. And I think his first language was German, because then the Czech Republic, Bohemia, was part of the Austrian Empire. And he's a great linguist, and there's no way to discuss his entire life. But the thing that really got me in reading his biography, he was such a priest. This is a quote. This kind of sums up John Newman. Or Johann Neumann, as I like to call him. He said when he baptized his first baby, he said, he had struggled to get to America. He just felt he had a calling to be a missionary in America. There were a lot of German Catholics who had no priests, and he just felt a longing to serve that community in America, and ended up being the bishop of Philadelphia. But he said that when he baptized his first baby, he said, all the struggles I've had to come here and all the difficulty, it is all worth it. It's worth 1,000,000 times more if this baby dies in the grace of the sacrament. In other words, he counted his life as a success if he brought one soul to heaven. And he maintained that attitude after he was consecrated bishop, and he was a good priest. I think, why not? I've jumped into this pool. I might as well finish it. So often, and this is my experience. I remember counting, trying to count up the meetings I went to there. At one point in my life, I was working 3 jobs, and each job had its meetings. This was many years ago. I calculated the number of meetings I went to a week over the course of my priesthood, when I was just like 25 years ordained, a long time ago. I had been to 10,000 meetings, and I could only remember 2 of them. So often we want to reduce the work of the church to go into, and meetings are important. Meetings are important, but that's not what we're here for. The meetings are the servant of the mission. The mission is to bring people to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. That's our mission. And that is most effectively done, I think, in the sacraments. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm off on a tangent, but I'm having fun. I was thinking about that the other day, that we really believe that our bodies are sacred, and that I really am my body. I really am my soul. I'm not just a soul trapped in a body. My body is me. This mortal body is the seed of something wonderful, a spiritual body. We believe that as Catholics. And so the sacraments are absolutely necessary. The oil and the wine and the bread and the water and all of the candles and the incense, all of these things that preach the gospel, not just to our spirits and our minds, but that speak the gospel even to our flesh. That the Word became flesh and dwelt amongst us. We've just finished celebrating that great truth. And to know the Lord, we know Him in our spirit, our mind, and in our flesh. We receive Holy Communion. We taste and see how good the Lord is, and so on. And John Neumann believed that wholeheartedly. He longed to do that for those who were not receiving the complete ministry of Christ in their lives. And I thought I was a pastor and a teacher and the Cardinal's liaison to Spanish prayer groups, and I went to all those meetings, and I could think only with great sympathy and pity for people who were, I don't know how to put it, more deeply involved in the apparatus of the church, which is a necessary thing. Did they ever have any time for anything but meetings? And sometimes we in the clergy, we forget that. And the thing that really amazes me and refreshes me as a priest, looking at the life of St. John Newman, is He was a priest from the day he was ordained to the day he died.